game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin. The 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, second and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's fielded. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now throwing on first down here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss, couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now they go play action with Howell. Got a man, it's Diaby Brown, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. On first down, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving our offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense and win the result. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw again. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. Right at the 30. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And the tight end goes in motion left. Off play action. It's Howell. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. Howell. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Howell going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Howell looking to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
The scoreboard tells the story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to...
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Powell. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing. Out
there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10, Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing here, Howell. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 1st down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Another throw for Howell. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now throwing on first down here. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. And this one is right through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Mike Gesicki, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this play, let's just say it's been unusual.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Able to find Waller, that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to throw again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on the rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't really keep up.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure to him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Howell will throw it.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
2nd down. Howell now.
This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Commanders are pouring it on.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point safely through. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jamin Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Current formula's not working right now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And it was was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they
touchdown. Darren Waller from 10 yards out. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On first down, Howell under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Now a hit and a loose football. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Caught by Allen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Now he'll try to pick it up on third.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterback...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Now back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here.
And the Commander defense able to hold. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Commanders 47, Saints 35.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Howell throwing again after the pick six. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught at the 20. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Howell looking to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Washington, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance.